we go. What do you think? Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for joining me for another artsy video. I know it's been a while, but today I'm coming back with a DIY project. So for today's DIY, what we're going to be doing is making custom shutters for the front of my house. When I purchased the home, it came with no shutters at all. So we decided that to spruce it up a little bit, we would add that little perk. So we're going to get into making that today. And of course, as usual, before we do any project, we always have to start by gathering our supplies. So we're going to head over to Lowe's to grab everything that we need. So we're here at Lowe's. I'm going to go into the wood department so I can find all the pieces of wood that I need. So I think that this is the one that I need, the 1x4x6. So I'm going to grab about 24 of these. Okay, so we're back from Lowe's and I have all of my supplies that I need for this project. So what I was able to get was I bought 24 of these wooden boards. The measurements of these are 1x4x6, okay? So we needed 24 of these to be able to cover all of the windows, okay? I have some Valspar exterior paint in the color of black. I think that's gonna look really nice against my tan house. Okay. I also was able to get some liquid nails, the heavy duty large tube, okay. Some exterior screws to go ahead and hang the shutters with. And then I have already my drill, tape measure, and screw bits. So now that I have all of my supplies, we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so as you can see, I had to shift into my living room just to allow some more space to start this project. So the first step is I'm gonna take my wooden planks, my wooden boards, and these have been pre-cut at Lowe's to 53 inches high, and I'm gonna put 3 of them together to create a 10.5-inch width. For your individual windows, when you're doing this, please measure to see what your size would need to be. So I'm gonna take these boards, I'm gonna take 3 of them, okay, I'm gonna just kind of align them side by side, like so. And just kind of try and eyeball to make sure that they're, you know, at the same height and they're all aligned evenly. So I'm gonna take my liquid nails and I'm going to put some on the side of this and just attach all 3 of these boards together. So now that I have all the liquid nails on this, I'm going to go ahead and attach this board to the one beside it. So now that these are attached with the liquid nails, I'm going to take these pre-cut boards, and these are going to kind of go across my board to create a little bit of a style, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my measuring tape and kind of just measure 8 inches in, and that's going to be where I'm going to place the first board. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so that's about 8 inches, so I'm going to put a mark. And then I'm going to take my board and line it up with that mark, and I'm just going to trace out this. so I know exactly where to glue it and place it. And don't worry about writing on your wood because this is going to be painted. Okay. All right, so now that I have that, I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite end. Okay, so now that I have these where I want them to go, I'm going to take my liquid nails and I'm going to apply some to the cut board to attach to my 3 planks. And so when you're doing this, you just want to look around at your board and make sure if they have any like indents or any damaged areas, you want to put that on the side that won't be seen. So I'm going to put this, because it is slightly dented here, I'm going to put my glue on this side and place it face down. And I'm going to do this on both of my boards. Just like so. Okay, so now that I've glued these little pieces onto my board, I'm going to allow it some time to dry. And then what I'm going to do to make sure it's extra secure is I'll place 3 screws into this to attach it fully. Okay? And then at that point, we're going to go into painting. Okay, so now that the glue is semi-dry, I'm going to go ahead and secure these with those screws. So I'm going to take my screw and just kind of make an indentation to show where I want to place them, and then I'll screw them in. All right. So I'll take my screwdriver. So now that they're all screwed in, this is what the finished board looks like. Okay, and so now we're going to move into the next step, which is painting, which is my favorite part. Okay, so I have here this black paint. Okay, this is for exterior use, and I'm going to go ahead and start. Now, this wood has already been sanded, pre-sanded, but if you were to put it together and see any rough edges or anything that needs to be kind of worked out, you would take the time to do this before you put your paint on. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get my little roller, and we'll get started painting. Okay. All right, so now I just added on the finishing touches of the paint. I'm going to allow this to dry, but I'm going to show you what the finished product looks like. Okay. So there you have it. Okay, so now the last and final step is to attach this to the house. I'm going to be using 3-inch screws, and we'll be attaching it to the house. So I'll make sure to have before and after pictures so you can see exactly how it looks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and check me out in my next video. See ya!